I do sympathize with women who cannot have children. I sympathize. I do, like whatever happened, the oven isn't working. You put the cake in, it doesn't come out baked, right? It's all doughy, it doesn't work. So I sympathize with the science to help these women. But if God did not equip you with the oven to bake the cake, I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't be able to go out and buy one and have one set up. I like, it's not meant for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So from the Calvin Klein but see, here's the thing: the Calvin Klein model is a
female who
to man,
identifies as a man, right?
Yes. So that one, fine. You want to, remove your boob? That's whatever. You were born with that. Cool. This Indian doctor, though, right, that says he wants to implant a uterus into a male to female.
So that would be a transgender woman.
Correct. That I find a little problematic, right? So they tried this back in 1931. It didn't work. The person died 3 months later.
The fact that they tried this in, like, are you hearing the year? Yeah, think about that. Think about that. The year that you said. Yeah.
That threw me too. And
why?
It didn't work.
Why?
I don't know.
Why did they try it like
just because they could? Because they could.
Man.
Loosey goosey with the rules.
Yeah. People are out here creating lights and electricity. So why not? Why not?
So it didn't work. The person died 3 months later from complications. But this doctor feels very confident that it's going to work this time.
Of course.
I don't know how to feel about this, man. Like, I honestly, I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong. But hey, I'm not in this person's life. Do you, boo?
Why do you think it's why do you think it's wrong though?
I'm a Christian. Important. I'm a Christian person. I believe that God made men one way. And when it comes to reproduction, he has equipped us with the tools to play our part. Right. And female, he's equipped them with the tools to play their part.
Right.
That's what I think. I feel like, hey, if you want to mess around a little bit, right, and maybe equip yourself, if you're a woman, but you want a dick, and you're a guy and you want a vagina, all right, it's a little, I'm a little.
Those surgeries exist, yeah.
I'm a little
on
the
fence. That's a fully transition.
I'm a little on the fence about that. But hey, if that's what you want to do it. That would be like me saying lesbians are not allowed to use dildos. I'm like, go ahead, go nuts. But it's the reproductive part, right? It's the reproductive part. That's the part where I have a bit of a problem with.
Okay.
But hey, do you? I'm not here to cast judgment because it's not going to be me that you got to talk to when the time comes. But hey,
no, I'm glad that you brought up the reproductive aspect because, in all honesty, I was struggling to find what people's issue is with this, right? And for men and women both who have a problem with this, I ask you, do you also have a problem with things like Brazilian butt lifts, like boob jobs? Nose jobs.
This is the dumbest thing you've ever said.
No, it's not the dumbest thing I've ever said because
you might be right on that.
there are some people who do need these surgeries.
Yeah.
They are necessary, but majority of people who get them because they're cosmetic. They're not necessarily. They just want to be something that they're not.
Okay,
that's what they want.
All right. I get where you're going. I retract. Go ahead.
Exactly. They want to be something that they're not. They were born with smaller boobies. They want bigger boobies. They want to go on and get that because to them, that's what they want to be. That in their mind, that's what they want to fulfill everything in their mind. It might be stupid to some people. As a matter of fact, we have spoken, or I don't even know if we spoke about it because it was really dumb, about the European lady who got all the surgeries trying to be black. Did we ever talk about her?
We probably did.
About that. We probably did. Yeah, everybody knows who we're talking about. But there's also people who get ridiculous sized boobies, or the Brazilian butt lift is very obvious to them.
Hold on. I just want to point out that you've now called breast boobies twice. Okay, go ahead.
like a 6-year-old.
Like a freaking toddler, but go ahead.
I didn't even book that. I'm gonna keep calling it boobies though. I don't know why I did that.
All right,
I don't know why I did that. All right, but when I look at it at what these transgenders are doing, I look at it very similar, right? We may be used to the boob jobs and all those other surgeries now, so we're accustomed to those things, so they're more acceptable in our minds, even though they're weird. But this to them is what they want to become. It's something that they want to fulfill, and they can't do it without the surgery. They have an image of themselves as well, and they want to portray it. So this is why I didn't see a problem. Now, when you bring in the reproductive aspect of it, that's something I didn't think about. See, that kind of puts me a little bit more, yeah, maybe there is something a little, because now it's people who weren't naturally able to bring children into the world, bringing children into the world. And it's not that I have a problem with that. It's that we don't know what that will produce. What would those children end up being like if this is possible? Are they going to be healthy? Let's remember the male body is completely, there's other parts of the male body other than the uterus that are separate from the female. So will those affect what happens to these children who may possibly be born if the surgery is successful? That's an issue that I think about.
Well, I mean, these are risks that you take when you want to go against God. And I keep bringing up God, right? And some people might hear this and they might be like, well, I don't believe in God. And that's fine. If you don't believe in God, then none of this matters. My stance on this doesn't matter. And that's my only stance. I believe that you got one life, man, and you should do whatever you need to do to be happy. If you can be happy every day, whatever it takes, be happy every day. You know what I mean? And if this is a part of your journey to being happy every day, go for it. I support it. But when we talk about God, again, I don't want to be a broken record here, but God gave man this, God gave woman that, and he said, hey, if you put these two together a couple of times, maybe even once, baby, that was the deal. Okay, and you guys are saying something else. So that's my only stance on this, man. And like I said, if you don't believe in God, all right, well then have a blast. But what I can tell you is, in my opinion, because I'm a religious person, when you get to them pearly gates and it's time for judgment, I don't think they're going to recognize you. All the work you had done, I don't think they're going to even know who they're talking to. So
I just think this is natural. I just think this is natural evolution of the process, man. You know, we started off accepting the gay community, then that turned into the trans community, and then that turned into all these other various definitions.
Yeah,
and now it's evolving to where they want to not just be identified as, but they want to actually live like.
Fine. Do you like, I want to be clear. If my neighbor was this transgendered person, transgendered woman, and had this surgery and had a healthy birth, all for it. My daughter could play with your child too. I'm down. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, based on what I believe in, they're going against God. But that's not for me to say bad. No, that's not for me to say that.
Hey, listen, final comment, saved it to the end on purpose. This is terrifying for all men out there. Because we're talking, let's say this is successful. 20, 30 years down the road, we're going to have a large population of women who were born as men, and nobody will ever know. Nobody will ever know, because now they could even have children. So there's going to be a lot of men out there with men, and they don't know. So congratulations to this generation. I will be old. Hopefully by that point, I will have settled down, been able to just find one person, and yeah, and they will be female.
Well, the funny part about that is by the time you settle down, it would have been too late. Stop it. It would have been too late. You guys would have been married for quite some time, had children and everything else like that. And then, of course, you got to do spring cleaning. So you're going to be in your attic, going through all the documents, and you're going to find the original birth certificate. And you're going to find out that Samantha was originally Sam. All right, viewing public, what are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments.
I'm going to settle down, man.
And with Sam.
Okay, whatever, man. Whatever makes you feel better, man. Whatever makes you feel better.
All right, fine. With Terry, whatever.
Sam the Record Man was a great story. So I'm fine.
All right, it's gonna be your baby father, mother, whatever. All right, leave it in the comments, man. Deuces. Okay, so let's talk about your boyfriend, Elon Musk.